Welcome to this episode of YouTube where I've entitled it Calm and Quiet, What a Difference a Year Makes. And as we look back to last year at this time, Luna and Bolts were turning 2, so they were in that juvenile stage, kind of pushing into adulthood. Now they're going on 3, where they're really maturing and are considered adults within this pack. So we see things quite a bit calmer. We know it's a lot quieter. Without Shadow and Malik, we just don't have the howling like we did. We have a healthy pack, a strong pack of 4 adults who get along quite well. The cohesiveness of this social group is really something to be admired. And of course, Denali was sick here a few weeks ago, but he is back on the mend. He is defending his food, and this is him doing a lip curl. Actually, that lip curl was to me. I was blocking him from some food for Aiden. And we've been feeding a few extra venison roasts here in the sub-zero weather. And like as you can say here, Denali is capable of defending. And when he was sick a few weeks ago, he didn't even want to take a meatball. So we're happy to see him consuming and back on the mend. And of all the blood work that we did and all the treatments, it probably was a viral situation, and it just was time that was the solution to his problem. And you see Denali they're doing a standing urination. And we do see urinations and methods in which they urinate as a way to indicate status. And typically that RLU, raised like urination, that everybody associates kind of with male dogs, is one of those things that, yes, males do, but females can do it as well. In the wolf world, how you mark is important to your status. So in the wild, a dominant male and female will pair mark or will both raise leg urinate around the outside boundaries of their territory, and that signifies that it's occupied by an active pair. Here in captivity, it doesn't mean as much, but we do see it as being an indicator of confidence. So when we see an RLU from Bolts, we know that he's kind of building a little bit of confidence. So like I said, as Luna and Bolts reached 3, we didn't see Bolts make any headway on Denali. Denali's kind of still the middle ranking wolf, although it appears that Bolts really is cued into how Aiden responds, and both good and bad. If Aiden's showing a little dominance, Bolts will be right there joining in. If Aiden's showing a little weakness, Bolts will be right there to take advantage of it. So you can never say that a rank order is set. It's always, wolves are opportunistic predators, and they're always looking for opportunities to climb social rank. But at this point, as I said, we've got a fairly quiet, calm, cohesive pack. And the feeding regime, we've added a few more webinars that will kind of key in on. There'll be shorter webinars that are just kind of keying in on some of the enclosure enrichments or some of the alternate feedings that we're doing. And again, we're doing smaller feedings on these sub-zero days to make sure that the wolves are getting the BTUs that they need. And certainly when you have a situation like Luna's where she's had some medical conditions in the past, we always want to make sure that diet and nutrition are first and foremost our obligation or our opportunities to keep them healthy. And we'll be talking more about that as we get into each individual wolves webinars. Bolts has a webinar on the 17th of March, and Luna has a webinar on the 25th of March. And we have a webinar on February 28th that'll actually be in the pen when we're feeding a deer carcass. So something to behold, to be right next to the wolves when they're feeding on the carcass. So as I said, it's been very quiet here. I tried to get Grizzer to howl there. He did a little bit of a vocalization, then went into the pack holding area to try to stimulate or see what the exhibit pack was doing, and didn't get a response from them. Grizzer's also been very mindful of the staff when they're picking up scat to make sure that we're not getting into any of his caches. He's very alert, he's very protective of his caches, and certainly has things where he likes them in his enclosure. So gets a little nervous when there's 3 or 4 staff and they're all picking up scat. He doesn't know who to watch or who to follow to, again, very keyed into things that he's got buried throughout the enclosure. So Grizzer, like I said, will have his own webinar also on May 5th. That's his birthday, Cinco de Mayo. And so we'll actually be broadcasting live from the east side. And Grizzer is very inquisitive. The benefit Grizzer has over the other wolves is that he gets to meet all of the handlers, level 1, 2, and 3. So we have a tier level of way we handle the animals, and tier level 1 are the new people. And because Grizzer is alone and we feel safely managing new people in with Grizzer, he gets stimulated by seeing a lot of people. And so he does an RLU, feeling pretty good, and then scrapes the ground and broadcasts that scent. And that is one of the indicators that we know that Grizzer's feeling pretty well. The other indicator we have is that he likes to do that subordinate rollover for us, and we are in a situation where he's frequently rolling over his back. That gives us an opportunity to look at his paws and scratch him here, and that usually stimulates, after a rollover, it stimulates the Grizzer 500. So with that, I will leave you to watch Grizzer interacting. Hopefully it's not too nauseating with the camera angle. Tough to keep up on him. But like I said, for us, we're happy to report that our retiree is healthy. Our exhibit pack is calm. Sorry we don't have a lot of howling, and we hope to, maybe that'll pick up as the summer progresses, but we are certain it'll pick up when 2016, when the pups are on site. As we said, we do bring in wolf pups every 4 years, and so we're slated for pups in 2016, and hopefully that'll stimulate the pack again. But that's it, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.